gosh, it is the most frustrating part of trying to hire somebody that can't start. So literally, our coach was circling Oklahoma City that day because he wanted to come to lunch and we were going to introduce him to you. But I kept saying, I'm so sorry, you can't go. So it took us a month, but he's here. In a month, he's made a tremendous difference for us, and I want you to have a chance to get to know him a little bit and to hear a little bit about men's basketball. So welcome our head coach, Vinay Patel.
All right, it's going to be hard to follow up. I don't have a story like Bo's. We actually have a full team. So it's going to be hard. But no, he was right. I was driving around Oklahoma City, thought I was going to be here to meet you guys a month ago, but I wasn't able to. I actually, the very next day, finally got cleared by HR, met with the team at 4 o'clock, had practice at 4:05. Didn't know a kid's name on the team. So that was a very interesting first practice. It's been fast and furious ever since, trying to get in as many practices as possible. Obviously, we're well into the season now. We have our first real game on Tuesday, a week from yesterday, but it's been fast and furious trying to catch up and actually play catch up, not having that many practices and not having a preseason at all. I want to take just a second to thank really two people, specifically Greg. I don't know if Greg's here. Greg does a little bit of everything. And then Kelly back there, wherever she went, she's right there. I've had a question for them almost every day on the job, any which question you could think of. And they've been terrific. I wouldn't have made it through these 3 weeks so far without them, because I go to them for anything, you name it. If I can't find something, you go and find Greg, and Greg knows exactly where it's at. If I need a class schedule or training, I mean, whatever it may be, I'm in Kelly's office almost every single morning trying to figure something new out. So I want to just take 2 seconds to thank them for everything that they've done for the last 3 weeks for me. But our team has been great. It's been very interesting jumping in this late, like I have. New system for them, a little bit more structure, I think, than what they were used to in the past. And very good talent on the team. I'm excited to coach them. Really good kids. They listen. They do everything I ask. I think if you guys got a chance to see us play last week against Southwestern Oklahoma, that's just a taste of what they can do. That was, I think, 12 practices in for us going to that game. So what they had a chance to accomplish that game was pretty impressive from my standpoint, just the fact that we hadn't had a ton of practices to get much in. Well, I had to cancel the very first scrimmage and tell the Northeastern Oklahoma coach, well, if the ball went out of bounds, we didn't even know how to get it in right now, because we hadn't worked on that yet. So had to cancel that, you know, and so the longer we went, the better it's gotten. We've got a long ways to go. Went down to Midwestern State on Sunday. That was, again, I wish I had a story like Bo's for that game, because that was a disaster down there. They're the number 7 Division II team in the country, and they looked very good that night, and we did not look very good that night. But I was actually pleased with the effort that these guys put in every single day. I've never had to question that since I've been here so far, and that's really what I appreciate more than anything from our players on our team, is how hard they play every single day, practice or game, and they don't quit. And I think if I had somebody ask me, was that score really right? Is that what you guys saw? Yes, it was. I'd never been beaten that bad before, so that was new to me too. But I think for us, it was really good to learn that and learn that lesson now, because now we've got a chance to fix a lot of things. I think sometimes when you win and you have success, it's easy to say, well, things are okay. And then after you get beat, you can really look back and say, hey, we've got a lot of things we need to fix in a hurry. And so that's what we've been able to do with that loss on Sunday, which didn't count since we're still 0-0, thank goodness. But we're fixing a lot of things, and hopefully we can get some things cleaned up before we play on Tuesday. But been very impressed. Jamil Donovan, who's a senior point guard for us, he started every game but one last year. Through the first 2 scrimmages, scrimmage and exhibition, I think he had 16 assists to 1 turnover. I don't think you can ask much more from a player like that, from a senior like him. He's been fantastic from a leadership role as well. And then the other guy that's really stood out, and I know most of you guys know a lot of the teams since we got several returners, is Terrence Bonhomme. Terrence Bonhomme is coming off of a knee surgery from last year and missed the majority of the year. I think he only played in 2 games and had a medical red shirt. But he's been absolutely phenomenal, not only from a playing standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint. He's a little bit more mature than a lot of the other guys, and with Jamil and Terrence buying in as quick as they have, that's really helped all the other guys come along a lot quicker. So I've been very excited and pleased with those 2. The rest of the guys are coming on really strong. If you get a chance, I encourage you to come out. We play next Tuesday here against Our Lady of the Lake. They're top 25 in the country for NAI, so we're excited to compete against them and get back on the floor and hopefully get this taste out of our mouth from this past Sunday. That's all I got. Anybody got any questions?
You may just mention the one-way play up at Central State there after Thanksgiving.
We play Tuesday against Our Lady of the Lake next Tuesday, and then Friday and Saturday we're in a classic over at UCO. And we'll play Oklahoma Christian, and then we play Central Oklahoma, both Division II teams, on back-to-back days, Friday and Saturday. I believe Friday we play at 7:30 at night, and then Saturday I believe we play at 5:30. At 5:30. So if you get a chance, I mean that's pretty close down the road. I've competed against teams against UCO and Oklahoma Christian in the past. Dan Hayes is a friend. He's texted me, he's called me. I know a lot of you guys know him from back when they were in the SAC, and he's been really good since I've taken this job. I don't want to play against him because we got a big 7-footer down there that scored about 19 a game last year. If you looked at our roster, we're not very big. So I'm hoping that's something we can change in the future, is add some size. And then UCL has a brand new coach, Tom Hankins, who some of you may know. He's a big name in Oklahoma, and he's been around, and he does an excellent job. So it's going to be 3 really tough games next week, but we're excited to compete and get after it. Any other questions? All right.
Okay, so we need to do door prizes now because we've got to clear our table off so that we